Welcome to the Pulse on Pulse Crops. I'm your host, Tim McGreevy. In this episode, we are going to take a look at USDA's Pulse Crop Insurance Program for the 2021 crop year. The Dry Pea Revenue Protection Policy, which covers dry peas, lentils, small and large chickpeas, and faba beans, is owned by the USA Dry Pea and Lentil Council. The Dry Bean Revenue Protection Policy is owned by North Harvest Bean Growers Association and the Michigan Bean Commission. Both policies are administered by the USDA Risk Management Agency. On March 1st, USDA's Risk Management Agency published their projected prices for all spring crops planted in 2021. How the projected prices are determined for pulse crops is a little different than the major crops. Pulse crops don't have a futures market like corn, wheat, and soybeans. Our crop insurance projected prices are determined by a survey of pulse crop first purchasers in late January, early February. First purchasers are asked to report the forward contract price that they will be offering to producers on the first 100 to 600 pounds of production. The survey results must be submitted to RMA by February 15th each year. RMA reviews the data and announces the projected price for all pulse crops on March 1st. Growers then have until March 15th to sign up for the crop insurance program in each crop. U.S. farmers have had a pretty rough go the last 3 years, but 2021 started out with a bang. Prices for all crops, including pulses, have finally started to recover from their 10-year lows. With prices rising, it's important to take a look at locking in crop insurance to cover the potential downside risk from weather and lower market prices. Let's start with the 2021 projected prices for dry beans. Recent gains in corn and soybean prices put pressure on the processors of dry beans to increase their contract prices. In the North Dakota-Minnesota region, projected prices for the non-organic beans increased 2 cents a pound on every type of bean except dark red kidney beans, which stayed even with last year at 44 cents a pound. Organic production of pulse crops does not have a revenue insurance program to date. Organic producers are only eligible for yield protection insurance. It was a similar story for the bean producers in Michigan. The projected prices for non-organic black beans and navy beans increased 5 cents per pound to 35 cents a pound in 2021. Small reds were posted at 36 cents a pound, also up 5 cents from last year. Organic black and navy beans in Michigan saw a significant increase over the last 2 years to 70 cents a pound in 2021. Small reds were projected at 72 cents a pound, up 10 cents from last year. The USDA RMA dry pea policy includes dry peas, lentils, chickpeas, and now faba beans. Before we dive into the projected prices for 2021, I thought we should take a look at the report card year-to-date for the 2020 crop year. In 2020, 63% of the pea, lentil, and chickpea farmers in the U.S. signed up for revenue protection insurance. Year-to-date, revenue protection insurance has paid out $8.2 million to pulse growers in Washington, Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, and South Dakota. The yield protection program paid out $3.6 million year-to-date. The Pulse Revenue Protection Program continues to be popular with pulse growers. The competition for acres is heating up this spring, and growers will have some tough planting choices to make because prices for all commodities have increased. It's actually a pretty good problem to have. In the Montana, North Dakota, and South Dakota growing region, the following projected prices for non-organic pulses were announced for 2021. The dry pea projected price is at 12 cents a pound. That's up 3 cents from the 2020 price and 1 cent from 2019. The lentil projected price was set at 20 cents a pound, up 5 cents from last year and 4 cents from 2019. The large chickpea projected price will be at 23 cents a pound, an increase of 6 cents over the past year. The small chickpea projected price is set at 20 cents a pound, up 4 cents from last year and 6 cents above the 2019 price. Organic producers of pulse crops are not eligible for revenue protection insurance due to a lack of price data. However, organic producers can sign up for yield protection insurance. The chart shows the comparison between the projected prices of organic pulses and non-organic pulses. The organic projected prices are roughly 43% higher than the non-organic pulses. In the Northern Plains region, RMA added additional pulse crops to their yield protection program with a written agreement. Non-organic Desi chickpeas have a projected price of 18 cents a pound. Organic Desis, 33 cents a pound. Non-organic marrowfat peas posted a projected price of 18 cents a pound, with organic marrowfats at 27 cents. Faba beans have a projected price of 16 cents a pound for 2021. RMA has also added Emmons County, North Dakota, in the south central part of the state to the list of eligible counties to receive revenue and yield protection for all types of chickpeas grown in that county. Now let's move to the Pacific Northwest. The USDA Risk Management Agency posted the following 2021 projected prices for Idaho and Washington. The dry pea projected price is at 14 cents a pound, up 3 cents from a year ago and 1 cent above the price in 2019. The lentil projected price took a big jump to 23 cents a pound, which is 7 cents a pound higher than the 2020 projected price of 16 cents. The 2021 projected price is 3 cents higher than the 2019 price. The large chickpea projected price also took a big jump, increasing 7 cents from the last 2 years, coming in at 26 cents a pound. The small chickpea projected price came in at 21 cents a pound, which, like the large chickpeas, is an increase of 7 cents a pound from last year. Yield protection insurance is also available for organic pulse crops grown in the Pacific Northwest. Projected prices for organic pulses run from 9 to 14 cents a pound higher than the non-organic pulse crops. Now, I have received a number of calls from pulse producers asking why the projected prices for peas, lentils, and chickpeas doesn't reflect current forward contract prices being offered by the majority of processors. Well, remember that USDA requires the USA Dry Pea and Lentil Council to submit our forward contract price survey by February 15th. In the last 2 weeks of February, prices have surged for every crop you grow. The competition to get you to plant pulse crop acres in 2021 is as fierce as I've seen it in over 4 years. The survey captured what first purchasers were offering in late January and early February. Forward contract prices for pulse crops have gone up since February 15th. That's not a bad position to be in. The USA Dry Pea and Lentil Council is constantly working with RMA to improve our risk management tools for our producers. The following are some of the changes to the 2021 Pulse Crop Insurance Program. The development of fall-planted dry peas and lentils is starting to gain more attention. The new autumn-sown varieties have improved quality characteristics and are gaining acceptance in commercial markets. Last year, pulse crop yields were pretty good across the board, but the yields for fall-seeded dry peas were in the stratosphere, with some reported yields at 5,000 pounds per acre plus. In Idaho, fall-seeded coverage has been expanded into Benoit County. In Washington, the counties of Columbia, Franklin, Garfield, Grant, and Spokane were added for the fall-seeded dry pea and lentil coverage. Please note that counties with traditional production of Austrian winter peas are already covered in the fall-seeded type program. Rma also clarified the insurance period for fall-seeded pulses. Producers must report fall planted acreage by the spring sales closing date of March 15th if you did not choose the winter coverage option in your fall-seeded pulses. The RMA has also added Arizona and California-grown chickpeas into the dry pea policy in the western region. The wet harvest in 2019 resulted in significant indemnities paid to pulse farmers. In the 2021 policy, RMA has introduced a new moisture policy for dry peas, lentils, and chickpeas. The policy provides a calculation that will adjust the reported production of your crop down based on the following moisture calculation. Production will be reduced by 0.12% for each 0.1 percentage point of moisture in excess of 14%. RMA may obtain samples of the production to determine the moisture content of your crop. In the 2021 policy, dry peas, lentils, and chickpea producers will be eligible for quality adjustments for the first time. Producers that can demonstrate that their quality is below a U.S. number 2 grade, as reported on a USDA FGIS grade certificate, will qualify for a quality adjustment. The USDA RMA will continue to insure faba beans in approved counties under a written agreement. Cavalier County, North Dakota was added to the list of approved faba bean coverage. Growers have to have a valid contract to qualify for faba bean coverage. RMA added a 2-crop year planting restriction to the faba bean policy as well. Also, the petite forage variety of faba beans is not eligible for insurance, and faba beans will not be eligible for the Quality Adjustment Program in 2021. The U.S. Dry Pea and Lentil Council has been working to include pulse crops in the new Enhanced Coverage Option insurance. RMA announced that pulse crops are eligible for ECO in the 2021 crop year. The ECO policy extends coverage up to 95% of the expected crop value. Under the current policy, growers can only purchase up to 85%. The ECO policy will be an additional charge over your existing YP or RP policy. So check with your agent for details and get a quote. As you head into spring planting, it is important to know the RMA planting restrictions for each state. In Washington, the final planting date ranges from May 15th to May 20th, depending on the crop and county you farm in. In Idaho, the final planting dates range from May 20th to May 25th, depending on the crop and the county you farm in. Producers growing dry peas, lentils, and chickpeas in the northern plains face a wide range of planting dates, anywhere from April 30th in South Dakota to May 25th in northern North Dakota. Lentils grown in Montana and North and South Dakota have a final planting date ranging from May 10th to May 25th. The chickpea final planting date is May 20th for the entire northern tier region. The Northern Pulse Growers Association is looking to support research in each state to determine if the final planting dates for chickpeas should be adjusted. The final planting date for faba beans has been established as May 25th. Remember, you have until March 15th to sign up for crop insurance this year. Make sure to contact your agent soon to go through all of your options. In addition, March 15th is also the deadline to sign up for the 2021 ARC PLC Farm Program for dry peas, lentils, and chickpeas. look on your USA Pulse's YouTube channel for a complete analysis on the choice between ARC and PLC. So thanks for joining me for this episode of The Pulse on Pulse Crops. Best of luck in your decision on what to plant this spring. The past 3 years have been pretty tough on the pulse crop industry, but the markets are starting to rebound. Pulse crop growers have good crop insurance options to cover your risk. So remember to keep those pulse crops in your fields and on your plates. Pulse on, everyone. See you next time.